Hey, Trevor, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
Man, your recruiting process was a little unique. Could you talk about like when you settled on Florida State, when you knew that was going to happen, and just the emotions of that?
Yes, sir, for sure. So I was committed throughout the season to Ole Miss. So, that was a crazy concept and everything. But when I decommitted, it was more towards the season. But we were still in the playoffs, so I was more focused on trying to get a championship. So after the season ended, sat down with my people, saw all my options, and it was about a couple weeks ago. Chuck Cantor, he gave me a call. He was like, "You still interested in Florida State?" I was like, "Of course, just a Florida guy, love Florida State." So after that, I made it a done deal and called Norvell and all that, made the decision.
Brendan?
With that in mind, Trevor, there were some other options you could have had that may have been an easier path to playing time, an easier road for you financially, all sorts of stuff that would have been easier. Why was this path right for you?
It was more of a emotional thing too with my grandma. She loved Florida State, so she passed a couple weeks ago, and she always used to tell me Florida State, Florida State. So I mostly did it for her, but on the other side, I was just being a Florida kid, growing up in Florida State, just always loved Florida State, and just the person Norvell is, why not get enhanced by him and just developed by him? So it was an easy decision in my eyes, for sure.
Do you feel like that was a sign that Florida State kind of offered right around that time?
I feel like it was a blessing. God works in mysterious ways. So, everything was playing out the way it was, and I feel like it was a blessing for sure.
What about Mike Norvell's offense just appeals to you, why you wanted to be here?
His offense is sneaky. Jordan Travis, he had a great year in that offense. And just me just sitting down and learning it right now. Coach Tokars and Coach Tuck, they always talk about how it's one of the hardest college offenses to learn, because there's so many different things they can have in one play. And there's just so many different outlets they can have in one play as well. So it gives you a good a good experience to learn from an NFL aspect. You'll be ready for that in the next level. So it's a good experience.
Chris?
Hey, Trevor, what are your strengths as a quarterback, and in what areas do you feel like you have to make the biggest leaps here in your first couple years?
Yes, that was a great question. I feel like my greatest strengths as a quarterback, I'll say leadership, accountability. I can get the job done throwing, running. I feel like something I need to work on, pretty much just getting that college tempo. It's very fast-paced, just making sure I get comfortable in that fast-paced type lifestyle and just understanding more ball. You can always learn more. So, I feel like if I just understand more, I'll be more comfortable as well.
Trevor, when it comes to figuring out how you'll fit into an offense, is that something you just kind of trust the coaching staff, what they tell you? Do you go back and look at film of other quarterbacks that might have your skill set that Norvell's coached before?
Yes, sir. Just looking back, seeing Jordan Travis, I came to a couple of their games. He plays the similar play style as me. And just the way they coach as well, they just, they're not going to lie to you. They're going to have you here for a reason, for what you're here for and what you're capable of. So I feel like it was one of those good reasons as well.
Hey, have you had a chance to talk to Jordan Travis before? And what have you learned from DJ so far in the short time you guys been together?
Yes, sir. I talked to Travis. I was telling him, keep your head up and all that. It was an injury. But he's a good person, very chill, very humble, very down to earth. And DJ, that's just the big brother. He's like we call him the granddad of the QB room because he's so, what I'm saying? He's very chill, very laid back, but he's super smart. He really knows the game of football. He's teaching me a lot of stuff that I can use in my future. So I really appreciate him as well.
I've seen you've had some big rushing performances as well as passing.
Yes, sir.
Some quarterbacks that can do both like to prove that they're a passer. Do you care? How do you view running, passing, your skill set?
Yes, sir. At the end of the day, I'm about winning. But if I could pass, I could pass. Everybody don't like getting hit that much. That's a big toll, especially these big boys in college. But yes, sir. It doesn't matter which way I can get it done. Just winning football.
Anything else for Trevor?
Did you play other positions coming up or other sports?
I did a little bit of basketball, but as soon as position-wise, I always stayed at quarterback. Just always been that leader on the team, get it done. Yes, sir. Since I was little, yeah.
So you actually knocked out your now teammate Kai Bates out of the Florida playoffs his last high school game. Do you guys give each other anything because
All
of
the
that?
time. So the regular season, they beat us. So he's always talked about it. And then playoffs, it was this clip. It's this clip on Twitter. I point at him when I score. I point at him. So every time he talks, I pull the clip up, and he just got his head down and stuff. So it's a funny little thing we have. But that's my brother, though. Both from Orlando, both grew up together. So we always have a fun time.
Awesome. Thanks, Trevor.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. Have a nice day.